It's the 1990s. You just stepped out of school, and the anticipation of reaching home was palpable. You raced through the streets, eager to dive into a world of pixelated adventures on the Nintendo Entertainment System. This marvel from Nintendo transformed living rooms into battlegrounds and fantastical realms. Its innovative games, though sometimes overlooked, crafted unforgettable journeys and sparked the imagination of a generation. Today, we unearth the 100 most underrated NES gems that once lit up our evenings and defined an era of excitement. If these memories stir a spark within you, be sure to like and subscribe for more vibrant trips down memory lane. Now let's get started. Crystallis, 1990. Imagine stepping into a realm where ancient magic collides with futuristic tech. Welcome to Crystallis, 1990. You start off in a post-apocalyptic world, teetering between decay and rebirth, where you must harness elemental powers to fend off sinister forces. The gameplay is a dazzling mashup of fast-paced hack-and-slash combat, clever puzzles, and exploratory challenges that make every corner feel like a new mystery waiting to be solved. Crafted in an era when game developers were brimming with innovative ideas, Crystallis blends different genres seamlessly, offering a refreshing challenge that stands out even today. The visuals burst with life. Meticulously drawn sprites and diverse, colorful landscapes bring every enchanted forest, crumbling ruin, and eerie laboratory to life. It's like watching a dynamic, interactive painting that evolves with your every move. Yet, despite its groundbreaking blend of story, gameplay, and art, Crystallis often flies under the radar, overshadowed by flashier, more commercial titles. But for gamers who love a deep, immersive experience with layers of lore and adrenaline-pumping action, this hidden gem remains a cherished secret of its time. River City Ransom, 1989. River City Ransom, 1989. One of those games that felt like a non-stop action-packed comic book come to life. You take control of a couple of tough-talking high school punks, Alex and Ryan, as they beat down street gangs to rescue a kidnapped girlfriend. What sounds like a simple brawler morphs into a cool hybrid where you not only fight, but can also shop, level up, and upgrade your moves. Something that gave this game its own unique flair. Think of it as the ultimate combination of kung fu flicks and RPG mechanics, all rolled into one chaotic, side-scrolling adventure. Visually, the game splashes out with colorful character designs and slapstick humor, from the chubby blockhead foes to the tough-as-nails boss battles. It's a bit of a mix between a fighting game and a full-on beat-em-up, offering smooth and energetic combat that's a blast in solo play or with a friend. The soundtrack, with its punchy beats, only makes the experience that much more enjoyable. Why underrated? Well, despite its quirky charm and fun co-op action, it often gets overshadowed by other beat-em-ups of its time. But if you've ever fantasized about taking down gangs with nothing but fists, a shopping spree, and friendship, this is the game for you. The Guardian Legend, 1989. The Guardian Legend, 1989, is a wild blend of shooting and adventure that really flips the script on what you expect from a game. You play as a lone heroine in a futuristic world, tasked with exploring alien labyrinths and battling rogue robots, all while piecing together a mystery that spans galaxies. The gameplay is a quirky mix. One moment you're navigating a maze-like arena with shoot-'em-up action, and the next you're delving into puzzle-solving sections that require a different kind of brainpower. This game was born out of a creative spirit unafraid to mix genres, long before genre bending became a buzzword. Its visuals, with a distinctive, almost surreal charm, give off a vibe that's both futuristic and slightly off-kilter, making every level feel like a unique piece of art. Despite its innovative mechanics and bold narrative, the Guardian Legend never quite reached the heights of mainstream success, often overshadowed by more straightforward titles of its time. But if you're in the mood for a game that defies convention and keeps you guessing at every turn, this forgotten gem is definitely worth revisiting. Little Samson, 1992. Little Samson, 1992 feels like a dream come true for fans of platformers and fantasy adventures. Picture this. You're a young hero on a mission to save the world from an evil sorcerer, but you don't do it alone. You're joined by a team of unlikely allies, each with their own unique abilities. The game lets you switch between Samson, the manly hero, a dragon, a cute little rodent, and a giant, furry golem, which keeps the gameplay fresh and exciting with diverse moves and skills. Little Samson impresses with its vivid, realistic environment that feels straight out of a storybook. The colorful environments are backed by charming and well-designed character animations. Each level is a treat, from the lush forests to the dangerous dungeons, providing a good mix of jumping, exploring, and fighting. But despite its exceptional gameplay, visuals, and creativity, Little Samson didn't get the attention it deserved. The game was overshadowed by other big titles and flew under the radar. If you're a fan of platformers with varied mechanics and a bit of fantasy charm, this game is a true underappreciated gem that deserves more love in the retro gaming world. Shatterhand, 1991. When I first picked up Shatterhand, 1991, I felt like I was stepping right into a cybernetic action flick where my fists became my ultimate weapons. I took on the role of a superpowered soldier, and each arm upgrade allowed me to demolish obstacles and robotic foes in spectacular fashion. The plot was straightforward, but fun. My mission was clear. Take down an onslaught of robotic enemies in a futuristic battleground that pulsed with energy every time I threw a punch. What really hooked me was the perfect blend of intense, beat-em-up action and inventive platforming. I wasn't just mashing buttons, I was mastering combo attacks and timing my strikes to perfection, making every level a fresh burst of adrenaline. The bold, energetic graphics captured the gritty, high-tech vibe of a dystopian future, adding an extra layer of excitement. Back when developers were pushing creative boundaries, Shatterhand dared to take risks that many wouldn't. Despite its cool mechanics and engaging design, it never quite caught the spotlight. For me, this game remains a hidden treasure, a physical workout for my thumbs, and a visual treat that I'll always cherish. Powerblade 1991. This game is like if Mega Man and Contra had a secret love child and decided to make it a sci-fi action masterpiece. You play as this buff, sunglasses-wearing dude named Nova, who's basically the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the NES. The plot? Earth's energy supply is under threat from some evil overlord, and Nova has to run, jump, and boomerang his way through 6 levels of pure chaos to save the day. Classic 90s hero stuff, right? The gameplay is where Powerblade really shines. Instead of just shooting in one direction, Nova throws this awesome boomerang that can curve around enemies and hit them from behind. It's so satisfying to pull off. Plus, you can collect power-ups to upgrade your weapons, and there's even a map system that lets you choose the order of levels. It's like Mega Man, but with more explosions and fewer robot masters. Visually, it's a treat for an NES game. The colors pop, the environments are varied, you've got everything from futuristic cities to creepy alien caves, and the animations are smooth. It's clear the developers put a lot of love into this one. So why is it underrated? Probably because it came out late in the NES lifecycle, right when everyone was drooling over the SNES. But trust me, Powerblade is a hidden gem that deserves way more love. It's fast, fun, and has enough action to keep you coming back for more. If you haven't played it, you're missing out. Knack, 1991. This game is the result if someone took Galaga, sprinkled it with LSD, and then cranked the chaos dial to 11. It's a top-down shooter where you pilot a spaceship through waves of enemies that range from the weird to the downright absurd. We're talking evil vegetables, UFOs shaped like shoes, and bosses that look like they escaped from a fever dream. The plot? Something about saving the galaxy, but let's be real, you're here for the explosions, not the story. The gameplay is pure, unadulterated fun. You've got a selection of weapons, like the flamethrower, homing missiles, and the hilariously overpowered star weapon, and you can switch between them on the fly. The controls are unyielding, the pacing is frantic, and the screen is always filled with so much chaos that you'll feel like a spacefaring ninja just for surviving. Oh, and there's a shop system where you can buy power-ups and extra lives, which is a nice touch. Knack is a psychedelic trip. The backdrops are rich in small details that give the world life, the colors are vivid, and the sprites are eccentric. It's like the NES is showing off what it can do when it's pushed to its limits. I feel this title is overlooked because it's so bizarre that it flew under the radar for a lot of people. But if you're into shooters that don't take themselves too seriously and just want to blow stuff up, Knack is an absolute blast. It's weird, wild, and worth every second of your time. Clash at Demon Head, 1990. Clash at Demon Head is the NES's quirky love letter to non-linear adventure, blending platforming, RPG elements, and a dash of sci-fi absurdity. You play as Bang, a jumpsuit-clad hero with a jetpack and a mission to rescue a kidnapped scientist. But this isn't your typical save-the-day romp. It's a sprawling, choose-your-own-path adventure filled with mutants, aliens, and levels that feel like they were dreamed up by a mad scientist. The gameplay is where Clash at Demon Head truly shines. It's a platformer with a twist, offering exploration, upgrades, and multiple routes to the endgame. The controls take some getting used to. Expect a few awkward jumps, but the sheer variety of gadgets like the grappling hook and jetpack keeps things fresh. It's a game that rewards curiosity, letting you tackle challenges in your own way. The fluid, fast-paced controls make every leap and combat encounter feel deliberate and dynamic, while the level design rewards exploration with secrets tucked away in every corner. The art direction marries a gritty, futuristic vibe with surreal, almost fantastical visuals, creating environments that are both immersive and richly atmospheric. Clash at Demon Head was a daring fusion of genres, a bold attempt to push the boundaries of traditional platformers. Though it may have slipped under the radar in its time, its inventive spirit and engaging complexity continue to resonate with those who appreciate retro titles that dared to be different. Gremlins 2, The New Batch, 1990. Gremlins 2, The New Batch 1990 is a roller coaster of chaos and comedy that takes the beloved movie franchise to thrilling new heights in gaming. The premise is as zany as you'd expect. You're tasked with taking down hordes of mischievous, mutated gremlins in a series of absolutely bizarre settings. It's not just about blasting your way through. The game cleverly integrates platforming with puzzle solving as you navigate through the film's wackiest scenarios, like the high-tech laboratory or the office building, with style and humor. What sets Gremlins 2 apart is its pacing. The levels move fast, keeping things frantic but fun, and the challenge is always fresh as you face new kinds of gremlin mayhem. The controls are tight and responsive, making those rapid-fire moments of shooting and dodging both thrilling and satisfying. Visually, the game's colorful, cartoony graphics capture the joyful madness of the movie, with exaggerated animations and eye-popping environments that perfectly fit the chaotic energy of its source material. Fans of the film will appreciate the attention to detail, while newcomers will still find themselves caught up in a quirky adventure packed with surprises and iconic gremlin-induced chaos. Deja Vu 1990. Deja Vu 1990 pulled me into a shadowy film noir world where I became a hard-boiled detective unraveling a perplexing murder mystery. I vividly remember the feeling of stepping onto rain-slicked streets, the neon glow casting eerie reflections as I questioned shady characters and combed through grim evidence. The experience was like piecing together a jigsaw puzzle, each clue a vital fragment of a story, steeped in intrigue and betrayal. Navigating the murky corridors of a city where nothing was as it seemed, I had to rely on my wits to decipher cryptic hints and overcome challenging puzzles. The tactile thrill of clicking through the dialogue options, combined with atmospheric visuals reminiscent of classic noir films, made every revelation both satisfying and unexpected. What truly set Deja Vu apart was its immersive storytelling, a narrative that drew me deeper into a labyrinth of secrets and moral ambiguity. For me, playing Deja Vu wasn't just about solving a mystery, it was an invitation to experience the gritty underbelly of a timeless genre. Every moment felt like stepping into a detective's worn leather coat, ready to confront the dark truths hidden in every shadow. Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight 1990. Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight 1990 blends futuristic sci-fi with the rough and tumble spirit of classic martial arts brawlers, crafting an experience that feels like a daring experiment in Capcom's creative workshop. Set in a dystopian future, the story reimagines familiar fighters in a world where cybernetic enhancements and advanced tech collide with raw, unbridled combat instincts. Each stage challenges players with intricately designed environments that pulse with a kinetic energy reminiscent of high-octane street battles mixed with futuristic intrigue. Every encounter demands sharp reflexes and precise timing, as foes aren't just defeated by brute strength, but also by clever maneuvers and tactical strikes. The controls are crafted to be both reactive and dynamic, ensuring that every high-flying kick and rapid-fire combo lands with satisfying impact. Artistic choices in the game infuse a distinct, almost avant-garde flair to the action. Imagine thriving, utopian cityscapes juxtaposed with grim, metropolitan ruin. Conceived as an audacious departure from the norm, Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight was a result of Capcom's willingness to push boundaries, offering a uniquely challenging adventure that continues to captivate those with a taste for innovative, genre-blending combat. Magic of Shaherzada, 1990. Magic of Shaherzada is like the NES's love letter to Arabian Nights, but with a twist of RPG magic and time travel shenanigans. You play as a hero, or heroine, depending on your choice, on a quest to stop an evil sorcerer from, you guessed it, taking over the world. But here's the kicker. You're hopping through different time periods, from ancient deserts to futuristic cities, which is pretty wild for an NES game. The story is rich, layered, and feels like a genuine adventure, complete with gin, magic carpets, and a whole lot of charm. The gameplay is intuitive but layered, with combat and puzzles intertwined to keep things fresh. It's not just about leveling up. It's about exploring the unknown and finding the right solution for every challenge you face. The vivid and evocative graphic style adds to Shaherzada's fantastical world sense of immersion. With its bold use of color and imaginative design, this game stretches the boundaries of what retro RPGs could offer. It's full of heart, strategy, and rich cultural influence. Batman, 1990. Batman on the NES is the Dark Knight's finest 8-bit hour, a game that doesn't just ride on the coattails of Tim Burton's iconic 1989 film, but stands tall as one of the best action platformers of its era. You step into the cape and cowl of Batman himself, taking on the Joker and his gang of thugs across 6 levels of Gotham City's grittiest locales. The plot is simple but effective. Stop the Joker from poisoning the city with his deadly Smilex gas. Classic Batman stuff, right? Every level is a carefully constructed stage, echoing the grim atmosphere of classic comic panels, while challenging players to master compact, adaptable controls that deliver a satisfying blend of martial prowess and high-tech gadgetry. Navigating through intricate metropolitan landscapes filled with hidden traps and devious adversaries, Batman, 1990, marries raw action with a sense of strategic depth rarely seen in its era. The richly atmospheric soundscape intensifies the tension, while every shadow and flicker of neon adds to the immersive experience. Developed during a period when game designers were pushing the boundaries of narrative and mechanics, this title stands as a tribute to both the enduring legend of the Dark Knight and the innovative spirit of early 90s gaming. Whether you're a lifelong fan or a newcomer to Gotham's grim world, this game offers a thrilling, retro plunge into heroism. Adventure Island, 1988. Adventure Island is the NES's answer to What If Super Mario Bros., but with more tropical vibes and a dude in a grass skirt. You play as Master Higgins, a chubby little guy who's on a mission to rescue his girlfriend, Tina, from the clutches of an evil witch. The plot is as simple as it gets, but hey, it's the 80s. What more do you need? Every moment is packed with fast-paced action, where timing really is everything. You're constantly jumping, dodging, and using whatever tools you've collected along the way way to thwart bizarre enemies and overcome tricky obstacles. The environments vary from lush jungles to treacherous caves, each brimming with colorful, well-designed visuals that inject a sense of whimsy into the adventure. Though Adventure Island thrives on simplicity, it's anything but uninspired. Its mechanical charm and joyful aesthetic, combined with a finely tuned difficulty curve, create a remarkably deep experience. Yet, it remains surprisingly overlooked, perhaps overshadowed by more iconic action platformers of the era. Nonetheless, it still holds a special place for anyone seeking a nostalgic dive into pixel-perfect platforming and untainted fun. Icari Warriors, 1987. Let me tell you about Icari Warriors. This game is like someone took every 80s action movie, threw it in a blender, and hit explode. I played as one of two beefed up commandos, or both, if I dragged a friend into co-op. And my mission was simple: rescue a kidnapped colonel from some jungle fortress. No fancy plot twists, no deep lore, just me, my machine gun, and a whole lot of bad guys to blow up. Every level felt like a true test of my reflexes. Dodging bullets, hurling grenades, and maneuvering through perilous terrain meant that every decision could be the difference between a hard-fought victory or a dramatic defeat. The gritty, pixelated visuals and explosive action created an experience that was as raw and visceral as it was thrilling. Back when solo games ruled the scene, Icari Warriors pushed the envelope by offering a cooperative mode that had my friends and me fighting side by side. Its straightforward yet electrifying action still stands out for me as a timeless tribute to the spirit of classic arcade shooters. Little Nemo, The Dream Master, 1990. Little Nemo, The Dream Master is a whimsical, surreal platformer that feels like playing through a child's dream because, well, that's exactly what it is. Based on the classic comic strip Little Nemo in Slumberland, the game follows a young boy named Nemo as he ventures through a series of fantastical dream worlds to rescue King Morpheus and save Slumberland. The story is charming and imaginative, perfectly capturing the spirit of the source material. Every level is a creative tapestry of floating islands, whimsical castles, and eerie nightmare zones, each teeming with inventive obstacles and quirky adversaries. The fluid control system turns each leap and slide into a graceful dance, allowing Nemo to traverse his dreamscape with an elegance that matches the game's artistic ambition. The environments exude a sense of wonder, with each setting offering its own distinct flavor, a dynamic, ever-evolving canvas that never ceases to amaze and thrill. Conceived during a time when platformers were pushing the boundaries of creativity, Little Nemo, The Dream Master stands out for its blend of challenging action and fantastical storytelling, making it a memorable journey into the heart of childhood fantasy. Adventures of Lolo, 1989. Adventures of Lolo is a brain-teasing masterpiece wrapped in a cute, pastel-colored package. You play as Lolo, a round, blue ball of determination, on a quest to rescue his love, Lala, from the clutches of the evil King Edgar. The plot is simple, but it's all the setup you need for a game that's all about strategy and smarts. The gameplay is pure puzzle perfection. Each level is a single-screen maze filled with enemies, traps, and blocks that you need to manipulate to reach the treasure chest and unlock the exit. Lolo can't attack directly, so you'll need to outthink your enemies, using their patterns and the environment to your advantage. The puzzles start off easy, but quickly ramp up in complexity, demanding careful planning and a lot of trial and error. It's the kind of game that makes you feel like a genius when you finally crack a tough level. Even if it never garnered the widespread acclaim of its contemporaries, it remains a beloved treasure for those who appreciate a game that offers both a charming aesthetic and a rewarding mental workout. Star Tropics 1990. Star Tropics 1990 is a refreshing anomaly in the NES library, a game that boldly straddles the realms of adventure and puzzle solving with a narrative that surprises at every turn. Set on a sun-drenched island steeped in mystery, the title follows a young hero who finds himself drawn into an intricate web of secrets and challenges. Its story unfolds like a captivating riddle, inviting players to decipher clues while navigating labyrinthine levels that combine traditional platforming with cerebral puzzles. The design of Star Tropics is nothing short of ingenious. Developers crafted lush, pixelated vistas that evoke the allure of a tropical paradise, yet intersperse these with unexpected elements of futuristic intrigue, creating an atmosphere that is both serene and electrifying. The fusion of dynamic action sequences with methodical puzzle exploration not only keeps the gameplay fresh, but also showcases a daring willingness to experiment beyond conventional genres. For aficionados of inventive game design and offbeat storytelling, Star Tropics is a tribute to artistic ambition in early console gaming, a cult classic that continues to captivate and inspire even decades after its release. DuctTales II, 1993. DuctTales II is the NES's swan song to one of its most beloved franchises, and boy, does it go out with a bang. This sequel to the iconic DuckTales takes everything that made the original great: tight gameplay, charming characters, and that unforgettable pogo cane mechanic, and cranks it up a notch. You're back in the webbed feet of Scrooge McDuck, the richest duck in the world, as he globetrots in search of hidden treasures and pieces of a mysterious map. The plot is lighthearted and fun, perfectly capturing the spirit of the classic cartoon. The controls and mechanics have been finely tuned to offer a smooth, surreal experience, seamlessly integrating unyielding platforming with clever puzzle elements. Each level is a visual feast, a rich mosaic of complex backdrops, dynamic lighting, and character animation that breathe life into every scene. The design not only pays homage to the original's iconic style, but also pushes the envelope with enhanced graphics and more complex level structures. Underrated? Absolutely. Released late in the NES lifecycle, DuctTales 2 often gets overshadowed by its predecessor, but it's every bit as good, if not better. It's a must-play for fans of the original or anyone who loves a well-crafted platformer. Tiny Toon Adventures, 1991. I remember diving into Tiny Toon Adventures, 1991, and being swept up in a whirlwind of cartoon mischief and charm. It instantly transported me into a rollicking universe where every level felt like stepping straight into a new episode of my favorite animated series. I was sprinting, jumping, and solving bizarre riddles as the game's vivid, hand-drawn artwork and snappy animations infused each moment with excitement. The controls were so responsive that every leap and dash felt natural and intoxicating, like I was truly part of that zany cartoon world. I couldn't help but smile at the playful urgency of every challenge, each one a delightful nod to the classic cartoons I grew up loving. Tiny Toon Adventures wasn't just another platformer. It was an experience that blended humor, heart, and rapid-fire action into a joyous romp that kept me coming back for more. Artistic charm. Captain America and the Avengers, 1991. Captain America and the Avengers is the NES's love letter to comic book fans, packed with punching, kicking, and enough patriotic flair to make Uncle Sam proud. This side-scrolling beat-em-up lets you team up with Earth's mightiest heroes, Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, and Vision, to take down the Red Skull and his army supervillains. The plot is classic comic book stuff. Stop the bad guys, save the world, and look cool doing it. What more could you want? The game cleverly blends fast-paced brawling with moments of strategic finesse, ensuring that each punch, block, and special move feels both impactful and satisfying. Inspired by the dynamic flair of comic book storytelling, the visuals burst with bold colors and detailed character designs that capture the heroic essence of each Avenger. Every level is a vivid tableau, spanning from metropolitan battlegrounds to exotic locations, imbued with an unmistakable sense of urgency and adventure. Conceived during an era that celebrated experimentation, this title remains a noteworthy tribute to both superhero lore and the innovative spirit of early 90s gaming. Captain America and the Avengers is a captivating blend of narrative and action that remains popular among lovers of traditional platformers and comic book epics. Crusties Funhouse, 1992. Crusties Funhouse 1992 is an absolute adrenaline rush of cartoon chaos, a riotous plunge into the wild, wacky world of Springfield's most infamous clown. As a gaming buff, I've seen plenty of platformers, but nothing quite matches the quirky, off-the-wall energy of this title. From the moment you start, you're thrown into a dazzling maze of themed rooms, packed with ingenious puzzles, cunning traps, and secret paths that keep your adrenaline pumping. Every stage is a masterclass in playful design, each room bursting with colorful, animated backdrops that scream classic Simpsons irreverence. The controls are sharp and satisfying, letting you glide seamlessly between platforming escapades and brain-teasing challenges. What makes Crusties Funhouse truly electrifying is its fearless blend of humor and strategy, a delightful collision of mischief and mind-bending puzzles that proves licensed games can be as inventive as any indie classic. Crusties Funhouse is more than just a fun romp, it's a nostalgic powerhouse that still packs a punch, captivating anyone with a taste for retro gems and offbeat adventures. Ring King. Ring King is a boxing showdown that unleashes the raw energy of the ring like nothing else. Developed by Data East, it delivers a perfect blend of realistic pugilism and wild cinematic punch that transforms every bout into an electrifying display of skill and power. Each jab, hook, and uppercut bursts forth with cinematic precision, making every match feel like a grand spectacle. The fighters come to life on screen, each boasting their own flair and meticulously animated moves that add a theatrical punch to the proceedings. As the bell rings, the arena explodes with colorful visuals and a thumping soundtrack that mirrors the relentless intensity of the fight. The controls are tight and responsive, ensuring that every strike lands with satisfying impact, turning each round into a masterclass of timing and strategy. Ring King is a timeless ode to the art of boxing, capturing the spirit of the sport in a way that is both exciting and unforgettable. A real classic that still packs a powerful punch. Warios Woods, 1994. Warios Woods bursts onto the scene as a refreshing twist in the realm of puzzle games, boldly diverging from the conventional falling block formula. This title transforms the puzzle genre into a dynamic battlefield, where quick thinking and rapid reflexes are paramount. Instead of mere blocks, players contend with mischievous enemies and volatile bombs that cascade down the screen, demanding precise maneuvering and strategic planning to set off explosive chain reactions. The game's design is a fascinating combination of childlike charm and frantic intensity, with vivid, eye-catching visuals that bring Wario's quirky world to life. Each stage challenges you to coordinate matching groups of objects before they overwhelm the playfield, with every successful combo unleashing a satisfying burst of action reminiscent of a well-executed fight sequence. Conceived during an era of bold experimentation, Warios Woods doesn't just offer a puzzle, it delivers a pulse-pounding experience where every second counts. For those seeking a puzzle game with the heart and intensity of a high-stakes brawl, this title remains a thrilling hidden gem. The Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout, 1990. The Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout, 1990, is a riotous celebration of cartoon chaos that channels the irreverent spirit of Looney Tunes into a platforming party like no other. Designed to mirror the madcap antics of Bugs and his pals, this title whisks players through a series of delightfully unpredictable stages where every level is a new festivity of mischief and mayhem. With its lively, hand-drawn graphics and whimsical animation, the game transforms each challenge into a playful homage to classic animated shenanigans. Clever puzzles, zany mini-games, and imaginative obstacles keep the pace brisk, evoking the manic energy of a birthday bash thrown by the one and only Bugs Bunny. The controls are crisp and intuitive, ensuring that every leap, dodge, and cheeky antic lands with satisfying precision, bursting with personality and charm. The Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout is a spirited romp that pays tribute to its beloved source material, offering a unique blend of platforming fun and cartoon hilarity that continues to resonate with fans across generations. Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics II, 1994. Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics II is such a hidden gem. This game is like the cool, underappreciated sequel that nobody talks about but totally should. It's a time-traveling adventure where you play as Mike Jones, the same baseball bat-wielding hero from the first Star Tropics. But this time, he's hopping through different eras to stop the evil Zoda. We're talking ancient Egypt, the Wild West, even the distant future. The gameplay is a mix of action and puzzle solving, with Mike swinging his yo-yo, yep, a yo-yo, at enemies and figuring out how to navigate tricky dungeons. It's got that classic top-down NES vibe, but with way more variety than the first game. The time travel gimmick keeps things fresh, and the bosses are legit challenging. Plus, the graphics, for a late-era NES game, they're pretty slick. Bright colors, detailed sprites, and some surprisingly atmospheric settings. So why is it underrated? Well, it came out in 1994, when everyone was already drooling over the SNES. Poor Mike got overshadowed. If you love quirky, ambitious titles, this one's a must-play. It's like the NES went out with a bang, and nobody noticed. Felix the Cat, 1992. Felix the Cat is pure, unadulterated joy wrapped in a cartoonish NES package. You play as everyone's favorite mischievous feline, Felix, who's on a mission to rescue his girlfriend, Kitty, from the clutches of the evil professor. Sounds simple, right? But no, this game takes you on a wild ride through 9 levels of whimsical, ever-changing worlds. 1 minute, you're in a lush forest. The next, you're underwater. And then, bam, you're in space. It's like Felix stumbled into a Saturday morning cartoon and decided to own it. The title captures the essence of classic animation, with crisp, colorful visuals and smooth, engaging action that give each jump and twist a delightful sense of motion. The design seamlessly melds traditional platforming elements with a dash of quirky humor, making every stage a lively tribute to the golden age of cartoons. A true testament to creative ingenuity, Felix the Cat stands out as a refreshing and unconventional adventure, one that continues to charm those who appreciate a fun, spirited romp through a world bursting with animated personality. Mighty Final Fight, 1993. Mighty Final Fight, 1993, reimagines the classic beat-em-up formula with a delightful, cartoonish twist that transforms gritty brawls into a vivid, animated adventure. This spin-off takes the familiar street warriors from Final Fight and shrinks them into pint-sized powerhouses, imbuing each punch and combo with an unexpected burst of charm and energy. The game transforms its downtown battlegrounds into an energetic playground, complete with brilliant colors, exaggerated character motions, and a touch of irreverent comedy that distinguishes it from its more serious predecessor. Each level is meticulously designed, balancing fast-paced combat with intricate environmental puzzles that keep the action both challenging and engaging. The creative level design rewards exploration, revealing hidden power-ups and secret routes that add layers of strategy to every encounter. The controls are compact and responsive, ensuring that every well-timed strike and dodge feels impactful. Additionally, the art style leans heavily into a comic book aesthetic, making every character and backdrop pop with personality. Mighty Final Fight is a testament to the experimental spirit of early 90s gaming, a bold reinterpretation of a beloved franchise that delivers a refreshing mix of nostalgia, innovative gameplay, and lighthearted fun with every punch thrown. Gargoyles Quest II: The Demon Darkness, 1992. Gargoyles Quest II. The Demon Darkness is a straight-up masterpiece that doesn't get nearly enough credit. You play as Firebrand, the red gargoyle from Ghosts and Goblins, but don't let that fool you. This isn't just some spin-off. It's a full-blown action-adventure game with RPG elements, and it's so good. The story is all about Firebrand trying to save the ghoul realm from, you guessed it, some serious demonic darkness. It's got that classic NES fantasy vibe, but with a darker, more gothic twist. The gameplay is a wild mix of side-scrolling action and top-down exploration. Firebrand can fly, shoot fireballs, and cling to walls, which makes for some really unique platforming challenges. The levels are tough but fair, and the boss battles? Oh man, they're epic. The graphics are moody and atmospheric with some seriously impressive sprite work for an NES game. And the music? Hauntingly good. Gargoyles Quest II stands out for its bold fusion of genres and its richly immersive narrative. It remains a testament to the creative ambition of early 90s gaming, a cult classic that rewards exploration and strategic play with an unforgettable plunge into a world where every shadow hides a threat and every victory feels hard-earned. Bubble Bobble Part 2, 1993. Bubble Bobble Part 2, 1993 is a dazzling evolution of the bubble blasting formula that I've always admired in arcade classics. This sequel cranks the charm and challenge up a notch, inviting players to guide Bub and Bob through an imaginative maze of levels that are as quirky as they are demanding. The refined power-ups and inventive twists on classic bubble mechanics add layers of strategy that keep every encounter fresh and exhilarating. Every stage explodes with a colorful palette and finely sculpted animations, creating an atmosphere that's both a loving homage to the original and a bold step into new territory. Navigating through the levels feels like orchestrating a perfectly timed dance, one where every bubble shot and evasive maneuver must sync with the rhythmic flow of enemy patterns. The tight, adaptive controls make pulling off those slick combos not just satisfying, but downright addictive. Bubble Bobble Part 2 is a masterclass in evolving a beloved formula without sacrificing its heart, delivering both nostalgia and innovative gameplay in one irresistible package. Whether you're revisiting the classic or discovering it for the first time, this title is a reminder of why arcade magic still holds a special place in gaming history. Bonks Adventure, 1994. Bonks Adventure is like the quirky little cousin who shows up late to the party but somehow steals the show. Originally a TurboGrafx 16 hit, Bonk made his way to the NES in 1994. Yeah, 1994. Talk about fashionably late. You play as Bonk, a caveman with a head so hard he can smash enemies and break obstacles by, well, headbutting everything in sight. It's ridiculous, it's goofy, and it's so much fun. The gameplay is pure platforming joy. You're bouncing around prehistoric levels, chomping on meat to power up, and using Bonk's noggin to take out dinosaurs and other baddies. The levels are colorful and full of personality, with hidden secrets and power-ups that keep things interesting. And the bosses? They're big, they're weird, and they're super satisfying to beat. The graphics are bright and cartoony, perfectly matching the game's lighthearted tone. I feel this title is underappreciated because by the time it hit the NES, Bonk was already a TurboGrafx 16 icon, and the NES version kinda flew under the radar. Plus, it was competing with the SNES and Genesis, so it didn't get the love it deserved. But don't let that stop you. Bonks Adventure is a hilarious, charming platformer that proves the NES still had some tricks up its sleeve, even in its twilight years. Bonk's big head deserves a bigger fan base. The Flintstones, The Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, 1994. The Flintstones, The Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, 1994, had me grinning from ear to ear as soon as I dove into its prehistoric world. I was instantly transported to Bedrock, where every level felt like a playful trip back in time. Wandering through bustling Stone Age villages and venturing into mysterious dinosaur-inhabited landscapes, I couldn't help but marvel at how faithfully the game captured that classic Flintstones charm. Each stage was a delightful puzzle meets platforming adventure. Every jump, stone throw, and perfectly timed trap delivered an unexpected burst of fun. The controls felt so natural that rolling boulders and executing caveman maneuvers became as instinctive as breathing. I loved how the game managed to honor its cartoon roots while injecting fresh, inventive twists into the mix. For me, The Flintstones, The Surprise at Dinosaur Peak isn't just another platformer. It's an adventure that brings a hearty dose of prehistoric hilarity right to your fingertips. It's a vivid reminder of why I've always been drawn to games that mix nostalgia with creative, engaging gameplay. Every moment in Bedrock felt like a mini vacation to a world where fun and adventure reigned supreme. Mr. Gimmick, 1993. Mr. Gimmick is one of those games that deserves way more attention than it got. Released in 1993, this Japan-originated gem is a platformer that's equal parts adorable and brutally challenging. You play as Yumataro, a little green thing. He's kind of like a blob with a face, who's on a mission to rescue a baby's stolen toy. Yeah, the plot is weirdly wholesome, but don't let that fool you. This game is hardcore. The gameplay is where Mr. Gimmick really shines. Yumataro can jump and throw stars, but the real star of the show is his ability to manipulate a bouncing star projectile. You can angle it, bounce it off walls, and use it to solve puzzles, or take out enemies. It's super unique and adds a layer of strategy that most NES platformers don't have. The levels are beautifully designed, with hidden secrets and branching paths that encourage exploration. The music is also a total bop, catchy and upbeat, but with a hint of melancholy that gives the game its quirky charm. There are a lot of reasons why this title was overlooked. For starters, it was only released in Japan and Scandinavia, so most of the world missed out on it entirely. Plus, it's really hard, which might have turned some people off. But if you're up for a challenge and want to experience one of the NES's most polished and inventive platformers, Mr. Gimmick is an absolute must-play. Hammer and Harry, 1992. Hammer and Harry, 1992, had me hooked from the very first swing. I was instantly drawn into its lifelike, cartoonish world where every level felt like a wild, hammer-wielding adventure. Guiding Harry through a series of riotously challenging stages, I relished the thrill of smashing through hordes of quirky enemies with his trusty giant hammer. The game's art style, exaggerated animations, and colorful backdrops made each punch and jump burst with character, evoking the feel of an old-school Saturday morning cartoon. Every stage was a unique blend of frantic beat-em-up action and tricky platforming sequences, each demanding split-second decisions and precise moves. The controls were razor-sharp, making each combo feel like a perfectly choreographed dance of destruction. I loved how the game balanced humor and challenge, turning every enemy encounter into a satisfying burst of action that kept me on my toes. Hammer and Harry isn't just another title on the NES, it's a nostalgic roller coaster that perfectly marries innovative design with a playful spirit. It remains one of those timeless gems that encapsulates the essence of early 90s gaming, a hammer-swinging, adrenaline-pumping escapade that continues to leave its mark on my gaming memories. Over Horizon, 1991. Over Horizon is the NES's best-kept secret for shoot-'em-up fans, released in 1991. By a little-known developer called Hot B, this game is a vertical shooter that absolutely shines with creativity and polish. You're piloting a spaceship through 6 levels of alien-infested chaos, trying to save the galaxy. Pretty standard stuff, right? Wrong. Over Horizon takes the formula and cranks it up to 11. The visuals command attention with a dynamic, high-contrast aesthetic that transforms the screen into a dynamic canvas of neon hues and futuristic motifs. Each backdrop and explosion is rendered with a clarity that echoes the innovative spirit of its era, marrying artistic vision with high-speed gameplay. Controls are crisp and reactive, ensuring that every dodge and calculated strike feels seamless, a hallmark of truly refined game design. Crafted during a period when experimental approaches were redefining genres, Over Horizon delivers an immersive experience that transcends typical games of its time. Its intricate level design, engaging enemy patterns, and futuristic flair make it a standout gem for aficionados of classic shooters. For those who appreciate a masterfully executed blend of speed, strategy, and style, Over Horizon remains a vibrant, enduring chapter in gaming history. Euphoria The Saga, 1992. Euphoria The Saga emerges as a captivating blend of platforming finesse and exploratory adventure that defies easy categorization. This title invites players into a meticulously crafted world where non-linear progression is as much a puzzle as it is an adventure. Each area is a vivid tapestry of imaginative locales, from ethereal dreamscapes to mysterious, otherworldly caverns, each bursting with its own distinctive charm and secrets waiting to be uncovered. At its core, Euphoria. The saga is a masterclass in inventive design, featuring 4 unique protagonists, each with distinct abilities. The game encourages strategic character swapping to overcome obstacles, and solve cleverly integrated puzzles. The controls are exceptionally amenable, making every leap and maneuver feel satisfying and integral to the experience. Its richly interwoven world and rewarding, non-linear progression continue to captivate modern retro enthusiasts, cementing its status as an enduring cult classic. For those with an appreciation for games that dare to break the mold, Euphoria The Saga is a must-play journey through a universe of imaginative wonder. Parasol Stars, the story of Bubble Bobble. Draft 3, 1991. Parasol Stars is like the bubbly, colorful love child of Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands, and it's an absolute delight. Released in 1991 as the third game in the Bubble Bobble series, though it never actually made it to the NES in North America. What a crime. This one stars Bub and Bob's adorable friends, the Parasol Stars. You play as one of these little guys, armed with a magical parasol that you can use to catch enemies, fling them at other baddies, or even turn them into power-ups. It's chaotic, it's charming, and it's so much fun. The game's art direction is a visual treat. Each stage bursts with a playful, cartoonish aesthetic that's both nostalgic and refreshingly inventive. Colorful, animated characters and dynamic backgrounds create an immersive environment that captures the spirit of its predecessors while boldly venturing into new territory. Controls are finely tuned, allowing for smooth, fast-paced action, whether you're dodging obstacles, coordinating attacks, or solving environmental puzzles. Embodying the experimental energy of early 90s game design, Parasol Stars stands out as a testament to creative ambition. It effortlessly melds the lighthearted whimsy of its Bubble Bobble roots with strategic depth and cooperative play, offering an experience that remains engaging and fun for both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Panic Restaurant, 92. This game is like an absolute fever dream set in a haunted kitchen, and I mean that in the best way possible. Released in 1992 by Taito, this platformer is as quirky as it gets. You play as Chef Cookie, a tiny chef armed with a frying pan, on a mission to reclaim his restaurant from an evil food monster named Oven Man. Sounds ridiculous? It is. And it's awesome. The design of the game is nothing short of ingenious. Each stage is a meticulously crafted puzzle, where shifting platforms, secret passageways, and hidden items demand both lightning-quick reflexes and razor-sharp strategy. The spirited, cartoonish visuals pop off the screen, transforming everyday kitchen chaos into a dynamic and animated spectacle that never lets the energy dip. Every control felt ultra-reactive, making each jump, dodge, and maneuver as satisfying as it was crucial. Panic Restaurant isn't just another platformer. It's a breathtaking blend of action and puzzle solving with a hefty dose of culinary humor. It perfectly captures the experimental spirit of early 90s gaming, delivering a uniquely offbeat adventure that still resonates with anyone who craves a game that's as unpredictable as it is unforgettable. Zombie Nation 1990. Zombie Nation is a downright surreal, brain-rattling ride that redefines the shmup genre in a way that still cracks me up to this day. You play as a decapitated Japanese samurai head, flying through the air and shooting deadly energy blasts to destroy everything in your path. Yes, you read that correctly. The absurdity of the premise alone gives it an edge over other shooters, and the action doesn't disappoint one bit. It's not just wildly over the top, it's also packed with tight, responsive controls and frantic, fast-paced gameplay that keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. Each level feels like a bizarre fever dream as you're plunging through horrific, zombie-infested landscapes, blowing away massive enemies and occasionally saving certain cities, because why not? The graphics pop with bold colors and quirky, exaggerated designs that match the lunacy of the gameplay. And oh man, the bosses, these grotesque, monstrous creations that'll have you grinning every time they show up. The game is delightfully eccentric in every facet and makes zero excuses for it. Zombie Nation doesn't take itself seriously, and that's part of its charm. Offbeat, outrageous, and unapologetically unique, it's a blast for anyone eager to dive into a shooter that doesn't follow the rules. If you're a fan of the weird and wild side of gaming, this one's an absolute must-play. Fire and Ice, 1992. Fire and Ice is a brain-teasing love letter to puzzle fans, and it's criminally underrated. Released in 1992 by Tecmo, and originally part of the Solomon's Key series in Japan, this game is all about strategy, creativity, and a little bit of chaos. You play as Dana, a young wizard who's trying to save the world from an evil ice queen by, you guessed it, melting ice blocks. Sound simple? Think again. The visuals are an interesting feast of contrasting themes. Burning embers and shimmering frost collide in fluid, dynamic animation that makes each movement feel like part of a well-choreographed dance of destruction. The control scheme is impressively compact. Every jump, slide, and attack is executed with precision, ensuring that the interplay between fire and ice remains as challenging as it is satisfying. What truly stands out in Fire and Ice is its ingenious design that blends relentless arcade action with a nuanced layer of tactical decision-making. Each encounter is a high-stakes duel between raw power and calculated control, offering a gameplay experience that's both exhilarating and intellectually engaging. For any retro enthusiast craving a title that burns with intensity and cool sophistication, Fire and Ice is an absolute must-play gem. Mendle Palace, 1990. Mendle Palace, 1990, is a fascinating foray into the realm of quirky puzzle platformers, a title that dares to defy the norms with its eccentric design and enigmatic charm. Stepping into its bizarre corridors, you're immediately drawn into a labyrinthine adventure where every room is a puzzle waiting to be solved. The game's design marries precision platforming with intricate, almost Rube Goldberg-esque contraptions that challenge both reflexes and ingenuity. The visuals are indicative of early 90s experimental artistry. Bold, yet slightly off-kilter, they evoke the feeling of exploring a whimsical, surreal palace filled with hidden secrets and unexpected twists. The control mechanics are surprisingly unyielding, ensuring that each jump, dodge, and interaction feels deliberate. Yet the puzzles demand just enough creative thought to keep you constantly on your toes. Mendle Palace is a unique relic of innovative game design, a cult classic that rewards those who appreciate offbeat, cerebral challenges alongside their platforming thrills. For aficionados of unconventional gaming experiences, Mendle Palace remains a captivating and enduring reminder of the creative spirit that defined a generation of forward-thinking titles. Metal Storm, 91. Metal Storm, 91 rockets players into a futuristic battlefield where gravity is more than just a force, it's a weapon. This title redefines platforming with its ingenious mechanic that lets you invert gravity at will, turning every level into a mind-bending puzzle of strategy and precision. Set in a dystopian, mechanized world, the game challenges you to navigate complex environments where every platform, enemy, and obstacle takes on a whole new dimension when the rules of physics are flipped. The art direction is striking, with metallic hues and stark industrial backdrops that perfectly complement the intense, high-octane action. Every stage pulses with a raw, futuristic energy, and the soundtrack further amps up the adrenaline, creating an immersive experience that feels both cerebral and visceral. Controls are responsive and tight, ensuring that each gravity switch and rapid-fire burst lands with satisfying impact. Metal Storm is a standout example of early 90s innovation, merging traditional run-and-gun elements with a unique twist that challenges even the most seasoned players. For anyone with a passion for inventive gameplay and relentless action, this title remains a testament to creative risk-taking, a true classic that continues to captivate and inspire. Nightshade Part 1, The Claws of Sutek, 1992. Nightshade Part 1. The Claws of Sutek drew me into a shadowy, pulse-pounding world where supernatural intrigue collides with raw, relentless action. I stepped into the shoes of a gritty detective, charged with uncovering the twisted mysteries behind the sinister cult of Sutek. Every stage pulled me deeper into an eerie blend of grim, urban decay and otherworldly menace, with dark alleyways and haunted backdrops that kept my senses on high alert. I loved how the game fused precision combat with a gripping narrative. Each enemy encounter challenged my reflexes and pushed me to string together acrobatic attacks and devastating combos. The Gothic-inspired visuals, with their intricate details and atmospheric lighting, made every dark corner feel like it hid a new threat waiting to be vanquished. And the haunting soundtrack? It amplified the macabre mood to a whole new level, turning every moment into a suspense-filled thrill. Nightshade Part 1 wasn't just a game for me, it was an immersive plunge into a mysterious, dangerous realm where every fight and every shadow had a story to tell. Shinobi, 1989. Shinobi, 1989, is a timeless masterpiece that captures the essence of ninja prowess and relentless action. In this iconic title, players step into the role of a highly trained shinobi, charged with the formidable task of infiltrating enemy strongholds and eliminating a nefarious criminal organization. Each meticulously designed level is a labyrinth of peril, filled with a diverse array of foes, hidden traps, and opportunities for stealth and precise combat. The game's fluid animations and razor-sharp controls bring every acrobatic leap and lethal strike to life, ensuring that each encounter demands both swift reflexes and tactical acumen. Richly detailed backdrops evoke a shadowy urban landscape steeped in mystery and danger, while a pulsating soundtrack underscores the intensity of the mission at hand. Seamlessly blending high-octane action with strategic depth, Shinobi, 1989, redefined the ninja genre and set a new standard for the games that followed. Its enduring legacy continues to influence modern action titles, cementing its place as a benchmark of innovative design and timeless gameplay. For enthusiasts of martial arts and classic arcade adventures, Shinobi remains an electrifying journey into a world where every move counts. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, 1991. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, 1991 is a beat-em-up masterpiece that captures the raw intensity and strategic ferocity of elite combat. From the moment the action kicks off, the game throws you into the heart of a military assault against Cobra, where every level feels like a high-stakes tactical operation. Each encounter is a brutal dance of precise punches, devastating combos, and relentless enemy waves that demand flawless execution and split-second decision-making. The graphic animations are a work of art, breathing gritty life into every member of the G.I. Joe team as they battle through war-torn backdrops that pulse with authenticity. The compact adaptive controls make every strike count, transforming the screen into a dynamic arena where martial prowess and strategy collide. An adrenaline-fueled soundtrack underscores the chaos, amplifying the tension of each clash and keeping the energy at a fever pitch. For those who live for explosive, no-holds-barred brawling, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero is a tour de force, a relentless, action-packed journey that redefines what it means to fight with precision and heart. Conquest of the Crystal Palace, 1990. Conquest of the Crystal Palace is an enthralling blend of action and platforming, a true gem of adventure that deserves a spot in the heyday of early 90s gaming. This title smashes expectations from the get-go, thrusting you into perilous levels filled with daring traps, powerful enemies, and the ever-present push to solve strategic puzzles. Playing as a young hero, you navigate through treacherous terrains and fight your way through beautifully designed stages, each more challenging than the last. The game's visual style boasts lavishly detailed animations and atmospheric backgrounds, presenting a world that feels alive and constantly in motion. The solid, fluid controls make every combat encounter and precision jump feel like a finely tuned rhythm, where every move you make brings you closer to the ultimate goal. The jumping mechanics are satisfying, and the combat flows seamlessly with a spring to your step, whether you're slicing through enemies or evading dangerous obstacles. Conquest of the Crystal Palace confidently stands out for its cleverly executed blend of immersive world-building, high-action gameplay, and tactical decision-making. It's no wonder this hidden legendary title continues to captivate, offering a nostalgic and thrilling experience for those who appreciate a well-crafted, character-driven adventure. Burai Fighter, 1990. Released in 1990 by Taxon, this game is a top-down shooter with a twist. It's not just about mindlessly blasting enemies. It's got a surprising amount of depth and strategy. You play as a lone fighter pilot, or two if you're playing co-op, taking on an alien armada to save Earth. It's got that classic 90s sci-fi vibe, but with a level of polish and creativity that sets it apart. The game is a masterclass in unrelenting brawler action, where each level transforms into a chaotic battleground brimming with intricately designed foes and larger-than-life boss battles. The visuals pack a punch with bold, stylized pixel art and smooth, dynamic animations that convey the visceral brutality of every strike. Every move, whether it's a lightning-fast combo, a well-timed dodge, or a devastating power attack, is executed with unyielding, flexible controls that make the action feel visceral and impactful. The environments are meticulously crafted, from dimly lit back alleys to industrial wastelands, each setting intensifying the relentless pace of the fight. If you're a fan of shoot-'em-ups or just love a good challenge, Burai Fighter is an absolute must-play. It's like the NES's way of saying, let's take to the skies and blow stuff up, and honestly, who could say no to that? Kabuki, Quantum Fighter, 1990. Released in 1990 by HAL Laboratory, yes, the same folks behind Kirby, Kabuki. Quantum Fighter is a side-scrolling action platformer with a totally bonkers premise. You play as a hacker named Scott O'Connor, whose mind is uploaded into a computer system to fight off a virus. But here's the twist. Inside the system, you're a futuristic Kabuki warrior with a glowing energy whip. Yeah, it's as weird and awesome as it sounds. The visuals are a true spectacle. Fluid animations and catchy pixel-perfect art with a futuristic cyberpunk twist make every fight look like it jumped out of a glitchy sci-fi fever dream. Although this game had huge potential, but remained off-radar because it's a bit of an oddball. Part platformer, part beat-em-up, and all cyberpunk weirdness. Plus, it didn't get much marketing love, so it flew under the radar for a lot of people. But if you're into unique, inventive games with a ton of style, Kabuki, Quantum Fighter is an absolute must-play. Isolated Warrior, 1991. Isolated Warrior, 1991 is a tour de force of NES beat-em-ups, engineered for those who thrive on frame-perfect combos and razor-sharp execution. Every punch, kick, and weapon swing feels weighty and impactful, rewarding precise input and split-second timing that only true connoisseurs of fighting mechanics can truly appreciate. The game's intricate combo system challenges you to string together attacks with fluidity, making each enemy encounter a test of your ability to read hit recovery and cancel animations flawlessly. Set against a dystopian backdrop where urban decay meets futuristic grit, each meticulously designed level transforms into an arena where relentless enemy formations demand adaptive strategies and compact defensive play. The gritty, detailed graphic work and atmospheric visuals are a nostalgic nod to early 90s arcade ferocity, delivering a visceral experience that mirrors the intensity of every move you execute. With controls that allow for perfect hit confirms and rapid-fire counterattacks, Isolated Warrior ensures that every dodge, block, and strike is executed with uncompromising precision, fueled by a pulse-pounding soundtrack that accentuates every collision and combo. This title is a must-play for anyone who lives for high-octane, no-holds-barred fighting action. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu, 1990. Jackie Chan's action kung fu is a side-scrolling beat-em-up that lets you step into the shoes, or rather, the fists, of the legendary Jackie Chan himself. Well, sort of. It's a cartoonish version of Jackie, but hey, it's close enough. The story is classic kung fu fare. Jackie's on a mission to rescue his sister from an evil sorcerer, and he's kicking, punching, and flipping his way through hordes of enemies to do it. The controls are meticulously calibrated, rewarding players who can harness frame-perfect inputs and exploit narrow timing windows to their advantage. Each move, from acrobatic flips to signature kicks, exudes a raw power and technical finesse that mirror the intricacies of high-level fighting game mechanics. Adversaries come in diverse, well-crafted formations, each with their own predictable yet punishing patterns that challenge even the savviest brawler. Visually, the game captures the energetic spirit of Hong Kong martial arts film with vivid and expressive animations and a backdrop that pulses with life. An adrenaline-charged soundtrack drives the action forward, underscoring every explosive clash. Jackie Chan's action kung fu is a masterclass in beat-em-up design, a timeless, high-octane tribute to the art of combat that continues to resonate with enthusiasts who appreciate every nuanced detail of a finely tuned fighting system. Kickmaster, 1992. Kickmaster 1992 slammed me into a whirlwind of martial arts mayhem from the moment I booted it up. Every level felt like a relentless dojo challenge, where I had to nail split-second kicks and rapid-fire combos to take down waves of quirky, tough-as-nails foes. The controls were razor-sharp. Every button press translated into a precise, explosive move that kept me constantly on my toes. Navigating through the intricately designed stages, I was captivated by the fluid, almost balletic combat that demanded both speed and strategy. The visuals pack a nostalgic punch, blending gritty urban environments with flashes of vibrant energy that underscored each well-timed strike. And the soundtrack? A pulse-pounding beat that amplified every clash, turning each encounter into an electrifying showdown. Kickmaster isn't just another martial arts platformer. It's an adrenaline-charged experience that pushes your reflexes and rewards precise execution. Every moment in the game felt like a high-stakes battle, challenging me to perfect my timing and strategy. For anyone who craves that heart-racing martial arts action, Kickmaster remains a timeless reminder of why these classic titles still hit hard. Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja, 1987. Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja, 1987 is a wild, offbeat platformer that captures the essence of classic ninja action with a unique flair. Players are thrust into an energetic, pixelated world where every level feels like a new dojo filled with traps, enemies, and unpredictable obstacles. The controls are tight. Executing rapid jumps, kicks, and dodges is a constant test of timing and precision, transforming each stage into a high-stakes challenge. As you navigate through its zany, detailed environments, you quickly realize that Kid Nicky isn't just about mashing buttons. Every challenge requires an understanding of movement and attack mechanics, where even the smallest misstep can send you hurtling back into danger. The quirky visuals, packed with animated charm and bright colors, blend perfectly with the intense action, creating a distinct atmosphere that keeps players hooked from start to finish. With a pumping soundtrack to match its high-energy gameplay, Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja is a true test of skill, always keeping players on their toes with its clever enemy pattern and devious traps. It's a nostalgic whirlwind of platforming, making it a standout entry in the world of retro ninja action. Low G-Man, the Low Gravity Man, 91. Low G-Man. The Low Gravity Man is the NES's answer to zero-gravity platforming before it was cool. You play as Kaizen, this space soldier bouncing around alien planets with his trusty blaster, fighting the Zaggart Empire. The twist? The Low G means you're basically moon jumping everywhere, floaty jumps, mid-air aim, and enemies coming at you from all angles. It's chaotic, but so satisfying once you get the hang of it. The game's visuals are striking and detailed, complementing a futuristic aesthetic aesthetic with dynamic animation that emphasize the fluidity of motion. Controls are remarkably reactive, ensuring that each calculated leap and precision strike is executed with satisfying accuracy. The innovative low-gravity mechanics not only redefine the challenge but also elevate the sense of exhilaration as players master the art of mid-air navigation and strategic aerial combat. Low G-Man, the low-gravity man, stands as a testament to early 90s ingenuity, a daring blend of creative physics and classic action gameplay that continues to inspire. Plus, the floaty controls can feel weird at first, but stick with it. It's a hidden gem for fans of quirky, challenging action. Monster Party, 1989. Monster Party, 1989 is a striking blend of whimsical horror and arcade-style action that dares players to navigate a world teeming with quirky creatures and eerie surprises. This offbeat title crafts an experience where platforming precision meets unconventional puzzle challenges, as each level unravels a chaotic tapestry of booby-trapped corridors and animated adversaries. With every jump and dodge, players must outmaneuver a horde of bizarre monsters whose unpredictable patterns keep the tension consistently high. The game's design embraces a vibrant, cartoonish aesthetic, transforming what might have been a routine adventure into a visual carnival of surreal, haunted environment. Detailed sprite animation and dynamic backdrops add depth to the eerie charm, while a quirky, energetic soundtrack amplifies the frantic pace of the action. Precision controls ensure that each move, from unyielding, calculated leaps to rapid-fire counterattacks, feels both satisfying and essential to overcoming the mounting challenges. Monster Party is a daring blend of humor, horror, and fast-paced gameplay in a manner that still resonates with fans of offbeat adventures. Its unique approach to level design and relentless, engaging action cements its status as an enduring cult classic within the realm of retro gaming. Ninja Crusaders, 1990. Ninja Crusaders explodes onto the scene like a ferocious flash of shuriken in a storm of pixelated chaos. This title is a masterclass in brawling, demanding split-second precision and tactical mastery with every move. Every level is a relentless gauntlet of enemy ninjas, each armed with cunning patterns that push your reaction times to their absolute limit. The combat system is fluid and punishing. Landing a well-timed strike or chaining together a combo feels like executing a perfectly timed, frame-perfect move that leaves no room for error. The visuals are a dynamic blend of traditional ninja aesthetics with vivid, explosive effects, creating a backdrop that's as intense as the action itself. Detailed graphic animation capture every agile leap and swift counterattack, while the energetic soundtrack keeps the adrenaline pumping throughout every encounter. Tight controls and crisp feedback mean that every dodge, parry, and devastating blow is as satisfying as it is critical to survival. For those who appreciate games that require razor-sharp reflexes and strategic combat finesse, Ninja Crusaders is a tour de force, a no-holds-barred adventure that continues to set the standard for high-octane, action-packed brawls. Powerblade II, 1992. Powerblade II, 1992 kicks into high gear with all the explosive action and intensity you'd expect from a top-tier action platformer. As the successor to its cult classic predecessor, Powerblade 2 amps up the futuristic thrills with even more challenging levels, smoother mechanics, and a riveting sense of momentum. The moment you grab your boomerang and start clearing your path through forces of robotic enemies and deadly hazard, you know you're in for a serious ride full of fast-paced brawls and precision jump. The gameplay is as tight as it gets, with fluid controls that make every throw of the boomerang feel like a calculated move in a bigger strategy. From daring dodges to perfectly timed platform leaps, each stage demands mastery of both combat and agility, creating a rhythm that keeps you on your toes. Visually, the pixel art is sharp and intricate, bringing futuristic landscapes and robotic enemies to life in a way that feels both nostalgic and fresh. Powerblade 2 is more than just a tough platformer. It's an exhilarating test of your reflexes and timing, where every collision, every toss of the boomerang has weight and purpose. Scat Special Cybernetic Attack Team 1991. Scat Special Cybernetic Attack Team is a no-nonsense cyberpunk beat-em-up that demands mastery of precision and timing from the outset. This title throws players into a futuristic urban battlefield where every stage pulses with neon-soaked intensity and mechanized menace. The combat system is a masterclass in fluid, high-impact action. Each strike, parry, and combo must be executed with meticulous precision to exploit enemy hit stun and create devastating chain attack. The game's aesthetic is an electrifying fusion of gritty, cybernetic design and futuristic flair, with detailed, animated backdrops that capture the stark contrast between urban decay and pulsating neon energy. Every enemy encounter challenges you to pull off frame-perfect inputs and strategic cancels, making each bout a test of reflex and tactical ingenuity. The controls are exceptionally compact, rewarding players who can time their counters and block sequences with surgical precision. Scat pays homage to early 90s innovation, providing an experience that combines the raw intensity of a classic brawler with the intricacy of a cybernetic battle system. Wampum, 1990. Wampum is an all-out, adrenaline-charged beat-em-up that catapults players into a frenetic urban melee where every encounter is a battle for survival. This title slams you headfirst into a world brimming with diverse, relentless foes that test your combo-building skills and demand razor-sharp reflexes. With its lively, punchy graphics and fluid, meticulously animated moves, each strike and dodge is engineered to feel like a perfectly executed martial arts sequence. Every level is a relentless gauntlet, packed with intricate enemy formation and cunning obstacles that force you to master frame-perfect inputs and exploit every opening. The accurate, responsive controls ensure that every devastating power move, every well-timed counter, lands with impact, keeping the intensity high from start to finish. A pulsating, dynamic soundtrack and neon-soaked backdrops elevate the action, immersing you in an exhilarating experience that's as raw as it is intoxicating. For anyone with a taste for high-octane, combo-driven brawls, Wampum is a no-holds-barred, explosive journey that continues to deliver the unrelenting energy and inventive spirit that defined a generation of classic fighting games. Xerxes, 1990. Xerxes is a curious yet breathtaking ride through a hybrid of platforming and shoot-'em-up action, blending two distinct genres in a way that only 90s games dared to attempt. Set in a vividly imagined world where players must take on the role of a robotic hero combating an alien menace, this game forces you to shift not just modes, but mindsets as you leap through landscapes swarming with bombastic enemies, trying to destroy everything in sight. The platforming sections excel with reliable controls that allow for precise navigation through hostile environments, while the shoot-'em-up portions keep up the pace with high-speed, frantic action as you blast through waves of enemy ships and space debris. This balance of precision and chaos requires situational awareness and reflexes that allow for seamless shifting from one gameplay mode to the next. What sets Xerxes apart is its bold visual design, artwork that screams 90s sci-fi with dynamic landscapes and intricate character animations that sell the intensity of the battle. And the soundtrack, pulse-pounding excellence that propels the action forward, keeping every fight sharp and every moment at the edge of your seat. For true fans of experimental gaming mechanics and hybrid action genres, Xerxes remains a gem, a significant standout in a world of side-scrollers and shooters. Zanac, 1987. Released in 1987 by Compile, the mad geniuses behind Knack. This vertical scrolling bullet hell is a masterclass in chaos and genius design. You're piloting the Zanac fighter to blow up the evil system, a sentient computer gone rogue. Simple premise, but the gameplay, it's alive. Here's the kicker. Zanac has an AI director that adjusts enemy waves based on how you're playing. Get too powerful? The game throws harder baddies at you. Play defensively? It eases up. It's like the game is reading your mind or trolling you. The power-up system is wild too. With 8 weapon types, lasers, homing shots, bomb, you can mix and match mid-fight. The levels are relentless, screen filling with bullets and enemies, but the controls are so crisp you'll dodge like a ninja. But why did this title flew under the radar? Came out way early in the NES lifespan, buried by flashier title. Plus, that adaptive AI was ahead of its time. Folks didn't realize how smart it was. But Zanac is a shooter's shooter, brutal, brilliant, and endlessly replayable. Abadox, 1989. Abadox stands out as a unique and surprisingly sophisticated entry in the shoot-'em-up genre. Set against a grotesque backdrop where the player must navigate through the innards of a massive alien body, the game offers a strange blend of action and eerie atmospheric visuals. The premise is undoubtedly strange, but the gameplay is where this title excels. Fast-paced, smooth, and rewarding. The controls are highly reactive, allowing players to perform rapid movements and expertly dodge the relentless onslaught of enemy attacks. The levels are meticulously designed, with a steady difficulty curve that adds tension while never feeling insurmountable. The wide variety of designed enemies and the creative use of the alien body as a stage lend themselves excellently to the gameplay, with each encounter demanding a balance of quick reflexes and strategy. Visually, Abadox mixes grotesque design elements with fluid animations to create an unsettling yet engaging experience. Dynamic, moving backgrounds further enhance the ominous feel. A chilling soundtrack complements the visual experience, adding to the grim atmosphere that pervades the game. In the scope of late 80s NES titles, Abadox holds its own as a constant reminder of how creativity and challenging gameplay can intertwine, still remembered fondly by enthusiasts for its unique setting and intricate combat system. Air Fortress 1987. Air Fortress 1987 offers a side-scrolling shooter experience that requires both precision and strategic planning. In this title, players assume command of a futuristic airship, navigating intricate levels filled with well-orchestrated enemy formations and treacherous obstacles. Each stage is thoughtfully constructed, demanding careful maneuvering and timely offensive actions to overcome the relentless onslaught. The visual presentation reflects the era's pioneering approach to pixel art, blending industrial motifs with a futuristic aesthetic that captures the tension of aerial combat. Detailed sprites and fluid animations contribute to a cohesive, immersive atmosphere, while the synthesizer-driven soundtrack reinforces the game's measured yet challenging pace. Air Fortress is a testament to the ingenuity of early console shooters, challenging players with its blend of calculated movement and tactical firepower. Though it may not have achieved mainstream acclaim at the time, its meticulous design and engaging gameplay have earned it a place of respect among enthusiasts of the genre. Arkista's Ring 1990. Arkista's Ring 1990 beckons adventurers into an enchanted realm where arcane puzzles intertwine with classic platforming exploits. In this mythic odyssey, players traverse labyrinthine dungeons rife with hidden corridors, devious traps, and elusive relics that bestow mysterious power-ups. Every level is a masterfully crafted quest, demanding not only precision in leaping over chasms and striking down foes, but also the wit to unravel environmental enigmas that bar the path to legendary treasure. The visuals evoke a tapestry of bygone eras, with richly detailed animations and atmospheric backdrops that summon images of ancient ruins and mystical forests. A stirring, synth-driven score underscores the epic journey, turning each stage into a veritable saga of exploration and combat. With controls as sharp as a seasoned warrior's blade, every carefully executed maneuver against formidable adversaries feels like a hard-won victory in a realm steeped in lore. While it may have flown under the radar during its release, Arkista's Ring has since become a cherished relic among those who value a thoughtful blend of action and puzzle solving, and it continues to captivate with its immersive, otherworldly charm. Asterix 1993. Asterix, 1993, is the NES's hidden Roman-bashing romp that turns Gaul's favorite duo into pixelated legends. Based on the iconic French comics, you play as Asterix, tiny, clever, punchy, and Obelix, big, hungry, men-here-chucking, smashing through Caesar's legions to rescue kidnapped villagers. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon meets a beat-em-up, pure chaos with a side of potion-powered shenanigans. The visual design of this game captures the essence of the classic tales, with richly detailed illustrations and backdrops that evoke a sense of antiquity and magic. The controls are fluid and flexible, allowing for combat maneuvers that feel as refined as wielding a time-honored sword in the heat of battle. An engaging, melodic score sets the tone for this epic journey, echoing the humor and heart that have made the Asterix legends timeless. Asterix 1993 is more than just a game. It's a portal to a world where small heroes achieve great feats, and every leap and strike brings you closer to reclaiming the spirit of an age-old adventure steeped in myth and mirth. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, 1991. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, 1991, serves up an absurdly fun experience that blends quirky humor with chaotic, action-packed gameplay. Based on the cult classic film, this game doesn't hold back, offering players a wild ride where the greatest threat comes from the most unexpected of foes, killer tomatoes. The levels are designed to be both bizarre and imaginative, with various fruit-related enemies chasing you down in spring-loaded madness. The gameplay is surprisingly efficient, considering the game's over-the-top premise. You'll need quick reflexes and strategic movements as you face off against an endless supply of these vegetable antagonists. Whether you're jumping over bouncing tomatoes or using clever power-ups to squash your enemies, each stage keeps you engaged with its unique blend of action and wacky humor. The visuals, though intentionally lighthearted, employ radiant, pixel-perfect animations that add to the fast-paced action, while the soundtrack matches the ridiculousness of the premise with a catchy, upbeat energy. Whether it's for a quick laugh or a break from traditionally serious gaming fare, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes remains one of those standout gems that prove how even the most outlandish concepts can deliver solid, entertaining gameplay. Banana Prince, 1991. Banana Prince, 1991, is a quirky gem that transports players into a beautiful tropical realm where classic platforming meets a whimsical twist. In this offbeat title, you assume the role of Banana Prince, embarking on a journey through sun-drenched jungles, bustling marketplaces, and mysterious island ruins teeming with eccentric foes and cleverly hidden secrets. Each level is a carefully crafted adventure, where precise jumps and well-timed attacks are key to navigating an array of inventive obstacles and enemy encounters. The game's visual style is a celebration of colorful, cartoon-inspired art that captures the playful essence of a tropical carnival, while detailed sprite animations bring each quirky character to life. Smooth, adaptive controls ensure that every move, from nimble acrobatics to powerful strikes, feels deliberate and satisfying. An infectious, upbeat soundtrack ties the experience together, evoking the carefree spirit of island escapades and adding an extra layer of charm to the journey. Though it may not have garnered mainstream attention upon its release, Banana Prince has earned its place among retro enthusiasts as a delightful reminder of the innovative, off-kilter design that defined early 90s platformers. The Battle of Olympus, 1989. The Battle of Olympus, 1989, transports players into the heart of Greek mythology, blending action, adventure, and classic RPG mechanics into a captivating journey that never ceases to challenge. As the brave hero Orpheus, tasked with rescuing his beloved, you traverse lush forests, labyrinthine caves, and treacherous mountains, all painted against a backdrop steeped in ancient lore. Every decision you make feels like a thoughtful puzzle, requiring both combat prowess and strategic thinking to defeat fierce mythical creatures and solve complex environmental challenges. The game's visual design encapsulates the grandeur of ancient civilization, featuring detailed, pixelated graphics and immersive environments that breathe life into the mythical world. With smooth, deliberate controls, each encounter with monsters like Medusa or Cerberus becomes a test of skill, requiring sharp timing and effective use of your weapons and magic. Every strike and spell casts its own rhythm, contributing to a varied and satisfying gameplay experience. What truly sets the Battle of Olympus apart is its ability to intertwine ancient storytelling with the accessibility of a dungeon-crawling adventure. A stirring, orchestral-inspired soundtrack adds weight to each quest, evoking the timeless atmosphere of Greek legend while maintaining a sense of wonder throughout. Still highly regarded by retro enthusiasts, the Battle of Olympus stands as a triumphant and enduring testament to 80s RPG innovation. Beauty and the Beast, 1994. Beauty and the Beast, 1994, is a cinematic adaptation that elegantly marries the magic of the beloved fairy tale with engaging platforming action. Set against a backdrop of lush, hand-drawn animation, the game transports players into an enchanted world where every level unfolds like a living storybook. From the majestic corridors of an ancient castle to the secret gardens that whisper with mystery, each stage is meticulously designed to capture the romance and peril of the narrative. The gameplay strikes a delicate balance between exploration and challenge, with precisely tuned controls that ensure every jump, puzzle, and skirmish feels both rewarding and thematically resonant. Detailed sprite work and evocative backgrounds bring the iconic characters and settings to life, while a sweeping, orchestral soundtrack underscores the emotional depth of the adventure. Despite never reaching blockbuster status in gaming, this title is a charming gem, inviting players into the world of Disney with a playful and engaging homage to the enchanting tale. B-52, 1992. B-52, 1992 is an eclectic, whimsical platformer that offers a refreshing twist on a genre typically dominated by more conventional protagonists. You play as B-52, a pint-sized pollinator on a mission to save your hive from a sinister swarm of mechanical insects. Yes, mechanical insects. Because why not crank the weird dial to 11? The art direction is a standout, employing a bright, colorful palette that immediately conveys both the charm and the eccentricity of the gameplay world. With its vibrant animations and imaginative backgrounds, B-52 sets itself apart from typical platformers by maintaining an engaging, lively aesthetic while offering a distinctly lighthearted atmosphere. The soundtrack, cheerful and energetic, rounds out the experience, ensuring players always feel captivated by the sense of progress and whimsy accompanying every stage. So why is it underrated? Japan-only release, for starters. Plus, Heroic B wasn't exactly a hot 90s trend, but B-52 is a riot, a game that doesn't take itself seriously and lets you live out your most chaotic Apian fantasies. Castellion, 1991. Castellion, 1991 emerges as an unappreciated masterpiece, transporting players into a richly imagined medieval realm where every level is a meticulously crafted tapestry of danger and discovery. In this action-adventure, the journey unfolds across enchanted landscapes and foreboding dungeons, each rendered in vivid illustrations that evoke the mystique of ancient lore. Players must navigate treacherous platforms, decipher subtle environmental clues, and engage in strategic combat with a host of mythical adversaries. The game's visual artistry is a nod to the inventive spirit of early 90s design, with atmospheric backdrops that blend earthy tones and luminous highlights to create a world as inviting as it is perilous. Responsive controls ensure that every leap, parry, and well-timed strike feels deliberate and satisfying, while a stirring orchestral soundtrack deepens the immersive experience. Castellion was revered for its bold experimentation, a title that seamlessly fuses classic platforming with the allure of medieval fantasy, offering an engaging, nuanced adventure that continues to resonate with connoisseurs of imaginative retro gaming. Casino Kid, 1989. Ever dreamed of hustling your way through Vegas on a Nintendo? Casino Kid lets you live that fantasy, minus the smoky rooms and questionable life choices. You're a sharp-dressed gambler out to topple the mysterious casino king across poker, blackjack, and slots. No power-ups, no continues, just you, a pile of chips, and the cold sweat of risking it all. The gameplay elegantly blends strategic decision-making with an inherent element of chance, challenging players to master the subtleties of each game and outsmart the house. Intuitive controls and engaging mini-games create a dynamic experience that is as accessible to casual players as it is satisfying for the more discerning strategist. A buoyant, catchy soundtrack underscores the journey, infusing every spin, deal, and bet with an irresistible sense of excitement. To be honest, gambling games were a niche gamble in 1989, and Casino Kid got buried under Mario Mania, but its blend of strategy and swagger is still unmatched. Contraforce, 1992. Contraforce, 1992 is an absolute powerhouse of a game that shreds the conventional Contra blueprint and unleashes an electrifying fusion of tactical prowess and relentless run-and-gun action. This spin-off doesn't just stick to the formula, it explodes it. Leading an elite commando squad on nerve-wracking, high-stakes missions, the game challenges you to dismantle a shadowy terrorist threat from the inside out, all while offering a fresh layer of strategic depth with character selection and mission-driven objectives. Visually, it stays true to the Contra legacy with razor-sharp, meticulously detailed graphics and explosive backdrops that scream intensity. Every move feels surgically precise thanks to ultra-reactive controls that let you dodge bullets and unleash a barrage of perfectly timed shots. An adrenaline-fueled soundtrack pulses in the background, fueling every heart-pounding moment of the action. Contraforce isn't just another run-and-gun title. It's a reimagined, turbocharged assault on the genre that leaves an indelible mark on early 90s gaming. Cowboy Kid is a rollicking throwback to the Wild West, blending classic platforming with high-octane action in a way that few games of its era dared to attempt. This title transports players to a rugged frontier where every level unfolds like a cinematic shootout on sun-baked trails. With its meticulously designed stages, Cowboy Kid challenges gamers to navigate treacherous landscapes filled with dusty canyons, raucous saloons, and perilous hideouts teeming with outlaws and ambushes. The game's art direction pays homage to the gritty aesthetics of the Old West, featuring richly detailed animations and atmospheric backdrops that evoke the spirit of legendary frontier tales. Tight, fast-paced controls allow for frame-perfect jumps and lightning-quick drawouts, ensuring that each encounter is both a test of reflexes and a strategic duel. An energetic, twang-infused soundtrack further elevates the experience, capturing the pulse of a world where every moment is charged with adrenaline. For those who cherish the timeless allure of Western adventures fused with dynamic platforming, Cowboy Kid stands as an enduring classic, a masterful blend of nostalgic charm and inventive gameplay that continues to captivate and inspire. Crash and the Boys, Street Challenge, 1992. This game is the NES's Delinquent Olympics, a chaotic mashup of River City Ransom's street brawling and Track and Field's absurdity. Released in 1992 by Technos, the Mad Labs behind Double Dragon, your Crash and his crew rival school thugs competing in a literal fight sports tournament. Events include pole vaulting over bombs, javelin throwing spears at each other, and a 100-mile dash where tripping opponents with a whip is not just allowed, it's encouraged. The gameplay thrives on a robust combat system. Each hard-hitting combo and well-timed counter requires a mastery of frame-perfect inputs that transforms each enemy encounter into a tactical dance. From intricate enemy formations to cleverly designed obstacles, every stage demands strategic maneuvering and relentless aggression. Crash and the Boys, Street Challenge is a spirited homage to classic beat-em-ups, offering a no-nonsense, high-octane journey through the mean streets. It remains a testament to innovative design in early 90s gaming, a title that continues to captivate with its fusion of precision combat and raw street attitude. Cybernoid, The Fighting Machine, 1989. Cybernoid, The Fighting Machine, 1989 is a masterclass in precision combat, demanding the same kind of frame-perfect execution that any true connoisseur of fighting mechanics will appreciate. Each maneuver feels like a perfectly timed combo. Every twist and turn through enemy barrages is executed with the meticulous precision of a seasoned fighter pulling off intricate input sequences. The gameplay rewards those who can master the nuances of timing and positioning, much like landing a flawless series of cancels and counterattacks in a high-level match. The level design is a tactical playground where enemy formations and environmental hazards are laid out like a complex string of punishing combos waiting to be unraveled. Every power-up you deploy is as vital as a well-timed parry, providing that crucial edge when the battlefield heats up. Visually, the game boasts detailed illustrations and atmospheric futuristic backdrops that pulse with the intensity of a championship bout, while a relentless synth-driven soundtrack underscores the urgency of every encounter. For aficionados of fast-paced, intuitive combat systems and strategic execution, Cybernoid stands as a timeless testament to late 80s innovation, a shooter that delivers a gaming experience with all the technical finesse and adrenaline-pumping action reminiscent of the best fighting game showdowns. Drop Zone, 1992. Drop Zone is a frantic love letter to arcade shooters, a hidden gem that's like Defender on a caffeine bender. You're a lone space pilot defending Earth's bases from an alien swarm so relentless it'd make Starship Troopers blush. Your job? Blast bugs, rescue stranded humans, and try not to cry when your shields crumble faster than a cookie in a toddler's fist. The control system is finely tuned, ensuring that each movement, dodge, and shot is registered with accuracy, rewarding careful input rather than frantic button mashing. Visually, the game employs a bold yet measured aesthetic. Explosions and laser effects punctuate the action with clarity, while detailed backdrops provide a solid atmospheric context for the unfolding chaos. An engaging soundtrack supports the gameplay without overwhelming it, complementing the steady pace and measured intensity. Drop Zone is a standout title that blends accessible mechanics with a rewarding sense of accomplishment, offering an experience that is both challenging and thoughtfully designed. Elite, 1991. Elite, 1991 is a deeply immersive space simulation that invites players to step into the boots of a merchant or a bounty hunter, navigating a vast interconnected galaxy. This title stands as a triumph of depth and complexity, offering a unique blend of open-world exploration, strategic trading, and intense space combat. The core premise revolves around earning your way to power and influence by completing missions, engaging in trade, and battling hostile forces across a galaxy brimming with intrigue. Visually, Elite is remarkably ahead of its time, employing simple yet effective wireframe graphics that guide the player's exploration of planets, star systems, and asteroid fields. The design is functional, allowing the expansive universe to feel both vast and accessible. The control system, while minimalistic by modern standards, requires precise inputs for the ship's navigation and combat, making it all the more satisfying when performed correctly. The ambition behind Elite cannot be overstated. It set the foundation for future space sims, redefining what was possible within the limitations of 8-bit systems. Fantasy Zone, 1989. Fantasy Zone, 1989 has always been one of those vibrant shooters that instantly grabbed my attention with its quirky, candy-colored aesthetic and playful charm. From the moment I started playing, I was drawn into a surreal world teeming with eccentric enemies and imaginative power-ups where every level unfolds like a visual feast. The bold, cartoon-inspired graphics create an atmosphere that's both inviting and mischievous, and I found myself completely immersed in its whimsical universe. What really stood out to me were the smooth, responsive controls and the cleverly designed enemy patterns that demanded precise timing and thoughtful maneuvering. The jaunty, synth-infused soundtrack perfectly complements the offbeat tone and dynamic action, elevating the overall experience to a new level of fun. Fantasy Zone's unique blend of relentless shooting with a tongue-in-cheek narrative is a delightful reminder of Sega's creative prowess during the golden age of gaming. Firehawk, 1992. Firehawk, 1992, burns into the scene as a high-octane vertical shooter that pushes the limits of arcade-style combat with explosive action and stunning visuals. From the moment you take control of the powerful fighter jet, every level is a pulse-pounding barrage as you blast your way through intricate enemy defenses and impossible odds. The sense of speed is exhilarating, enhanced by fluid, reactive controls that make each evasive maneuver feel precise and satisfying. Along with the rush of battle, the game offers strategically designed stages that challenge players to think fast while navigating labyrinthine terrain and dealing with swarming enemies. The visuals are sharp and dynamic, with detailed explosions and enemy animations filling the screen in a frenzy of color. The futuristic aesthetic blends sleek spacecraft against backdrops teeming with cosmic chaos, amplifying the intensity of every dogfight. The soundtrack, driving and just right for the action, underscores the relentless momentum of the gameplay, heightening the excitement with every moment. For those who crave action-packed shooters with depth, Firehawk offers a thrilling combination of fast reflexes, strategy, and one of the most intense aerial battles of the early 90s. Flying Warriors, 1990. Flying Warriors, 1990 is a hidden gem that blends martial arts action with fantasy elements in a way few games of its era dared to. As you step into the shoes of a young, determined warrior, you're thrust into a colorful world where skillful hand-to-hand combat and powerful magical abilities come together seamlessly, creating a unique hybrid gameplay experience. Every fight demands smooth, precise inputs, delicately balancing offensive attacks with defensive moves as fluidly as any classic beat-em-up system, yet with an added tactical layer where magic plays a pivotal role. The game's visual appeal is a vivid exhibition of colorful sprites and intricate backdrops, effectively representing a world where martial prowess and the mystical collide. With an array of character animations that exude energy and finesse, Flying Warriors crafts a living, breathing universe that never feels dull. The intuitive controls ensure that players can easily string together powerful combos and magical attacks, while the sound design amplifies the action with an energetic, synth-heavy soundtrack that sets the cadence for each level. Flying Warriors isn't just another action title, it's an invigorating adventure that offers an exciting blend of traditional martial arts and fantasy combat. Gaiapolis, 1993. Gaiapolis, 1993 is a fascinating excursion into a cybernetic wonderland where retro sensibilities converge with intricate platforming mechanics. From the outset, the game immerses you in a neon-drenched metropolis, its evocative visuals and meticulously rendered illustrations conjuring visions of a futuristic yet dystopian urban sprawl. The atmospheric soundscape, replete with synth-inflected melodies, further accentuates the game's immersive mood, setting the stage for an adventure that feels both nostalgic and daringly innovative. The gameplay is a masterful amalgam of precision shooting and agile maneuvering, demanding a judicious blend of tactical foresight and dexterous control. Each level is a labyrinth of challenges, where enemy formations and environmental hazards interlace into a rhythmic, almost balletic combat sequence. The fast-paced control scheme is a testament to the era's dedication to fluidity and accuracy, rewarding methodical exploration and split-second decision-making alike. Gaiapolis emerges as a distinguished exemplar of early 90s ingenuity, a title that deftly subverts conventional arcade tropes while offering a richly textured, engaging experience. For those with an appreciation for meticulously crafted, retro-futuristic adventures, it remains an enduring classic in the annals of gaming history. Galaxy 5091. Galaxy 5091 is a pure cosmic adrenaline rush that catapults you into the heart of interstellar warfare with a precision that only the finest arcade shooters can deliver. This game doesn't just throw you into space, it immerses you in a dazzling, meticulously rendered universe where every starfield and enemy formation pulsates with energy. The control system is razor-sharp, rewarding every nimble dodge and precisely timed shot with the satisfaction perfection of a well-executed combo, turning each level into a high-stakes tactical skirmish among the stars. Visually, Galaxy 5000 dazzles with an explosion of chromatic brilliance, a layered, futuristic aesthetic that evokes the untamed wonder of early 90s sci-fi. Detailed designs of alien adversaries and spacecraft are set against vast, textured backdrops, all synchronized to a dynamic, synth-driven soundtrack that fuels the relentless pace of combat. For enthusiasts who revel in the fusion of strategic depth and kinetic action, Galaxy 5000, a timeless, cosmic odyssey that continues to electrify the spirit of retro gaming with its seamless blend of technical precision and explosive energy. Ghoul School, 1992. Playing Ghoul School, 1992, was an absolute thrill, a wild plunge into a haunted academy that teems with supernatural mischief at every turn. I found myself navigating eerie corridors and bizarre classrooms, where every level felt like a spook-infused brawl bursting with tongue-in-cheek horror and relentless action. Dodging undead foes and monstrous adversaries, I executed bone-crushing combos that made every victory feel hard-earned and exhilarating. The visuals captivated me with their bold, expressive sprites and creepy yet colorful backdrops that perfectly captured the essence of a haunted school. The controls were exceptionally tight, rewarding every perfectly timed jump, attack, and power move that sliced through ghoulish enemies with unmistakable flair. And the soundtrack, quirky, energetic, and utterly infectious, elevated every moment, infusing the gameplay with a pulse-pounding sense of urgency. For me, Ghoul School was much more than a platformer. It was a memorable, adrenaline-fueled adventure that perfectly blended spooky ambiance, relentless action, and old-school charm. Iron Tank, The Invasion of Normandy, 1988. Iron Tank, The Invasion of Normandy, 1988, is a compelling foray into war-themed action that immerses players in the chaos and strategy of historical combat. This title places you behind the controls of a battle-hardened tank as you navigate through intricately designed levels that echo the turbulent backdrop of the Normandy invasion. Every mission demands precision, with the reactive controls allowing you to deftly maneuver your armored behemoth through a relentless barrage of enemy fire and strategic obstacles. The visuals are strikingly detailed, combining gritty, wartime aesthetics with dynamic explosions and well-animated characters that capture the intensity of battle. An evocative, tension-filled soundtrack underscores the unfolding chaos, lending an authentic atmosphere to the high-octane gameplay. The game's design deftly balances tactical decision-making with rapid, arcade-style action, ensuring that each level is as challenging as it is immersive. Iron Tank, The Invasion of Normandy, is a tribute to the innovative spirit of late 80s gaming, a title that masterfully marries historical narrative with pulse-pounding combat. King's Quest V, 1992, is a bold leap into the world of graphical adventure, where storytelling and puzzle solving come together in a beautifully crafted fantasy universe. This title invites players into the shoes of King Graham, thrust into an enchanted world to rescue his kingdom from the clutches of a malevolent sorceress. The expansive landscapes, from lush forests to towering castles, are richly detailed, immersing players in the magic and danger that fuel the plot's momentum. The gameplay weaves traditional point-and-click mechanics with a world that feels alive, full of quirky characters, hidden secrets, and brain-teasing challenges. Each puzzle is a thoughtfully designed riddle that requires not just quick thinking, but a deep appreciation for a world that invites exploration. The controls are smooth and intuitive, navigating the hero through danger with ease, while the beautifully composed orchestral soundtrack pulls the player deeper into the spellbinding atmosphere that has made the series a legend. Not just a game, King's Quest V transports you to a timeless, mythical world, offering an adventure that requires both intellect and creativity to unravel. With its gorgeous, hand-drawn art, expansive narrative, and the kind of fantasy that defined an entire genre of gaming, it stands as a true pinnacle of interactive storytelling, still revered by adventure game enthusiasts. Crazy Creatures, 1990. Crazy Creatures, 1990 is a riotous adventure that shatters convention with its offbeat charm and exuberant design. This title throws players into a vivid, animated world, brimming with eccentric critters and unpredictable challenges, where each level is an energetic carnival of whimsical obstacles and quirky foes. The game's design is a masterful blend of spirited, cartoon-inspired visuals and inventive level architecture, crafting a frenetic experience that's as delightfully chaotic as it is meticulously constructed. Every stage bursts with a kaleidoscope of color, featuring meticulously animated graphics that evoke the playful spirit of classic animated shorts, while an upbeat, pulsating soundtrack drives the frenetic pace of the gameplay. The controls are artfully calibrated to strike a balance between precision and spontaneity, ensuring that every leap, dodge, and well-timed attack feels both responsive and breathtaking. A true testament to the inventive spirit of early 90s gaming, Crazy Creatures remains a cult favorite among enthusiasts who appreciate its audacious fusion of whimsical artistry and engaging, unpredictable gameplay, a zany escapade that continues to captivate and charm even decades after its release. Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade, 1992. Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade, 1992, is a cosmic odyssey that deftly marries offbeat humor with precision-driven action. Set in a vividly rendered outer space realm, this title invites players to embark on a surreal quest, where each level unfolds like a carefully scripted interstellar escapade. The design exudes a playful yet meticulously crafted aesthetic. Colorful, hand-drawn animations and elaborate, otherworldly backdrops create a universe that is both eccentric and immersive. The gameplay is a study in refined mechanics. Compact controls and challenging enemy patterns demand exact timing and strategic maneuvering, rewarding players who can master its rhythmic intricacies. Whether weaving through meteor fields or engaging in frenetic shootouts with bizarre alien adversaries, every encounter is imbued with a sense of deliberate pacing and ingenuity, accompanied by a quirky, synth-inflected soundtrack that underscores the cosmic adventure. Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade is a title that not only entertains with its distinctive blend of satire and action, but also captivates those with an appreciation for the nuanced artistry and clever design that defined its era. Little Ninja Brothers, 1990. Little Ninja Brothers, 1990, instantly drew me in with its brilliant fusion of classic ninja lore and inventive level design. I vividly remember controlling those agile siblings as they sprinted through meticulously crafted stages, each one teeming with cunning enemies, treacherous traps, and hidden secrets that kept me on constant alert. Every leap, slash, and perfectly timed dodge felt deliberate and satisfying, like executing a flawless combo in a high-stakes martial arts bout. The visual flair of the game is unforgettable. Fluid character animations and richly detailed backdrops evoke a hand-drawn, anime-inspired aesthetic that really pulled me into its world. Whether I was sneaking through shadowy forests or exploring ancient ruins, the immersive environments and dynamic traditional score made every encounter feel like a pulse-pounding cinematic moment. Little Ninja Brothers isn't just a platformer, it's a nostalgic masterpiece that perfectly balances fast-paced action with the strategic depth that every true fighting game aficionado craves. The Lone Ranger, 1991. The Lone Ranger, 1991, is a classic cowboy adventure that brings the Wild West to life with engaging action and thrilling shootouts. As the titular hero, players saddle up with Tonto, navigating dusty trails and facing down ruthless bandits in a true test of precision and courage. Every level is a well-crafted blend of platform shooting and strategic movement, challenging you to tactically plan your attacks while dodging enemy fire and outwitting deadly traps. The game's visuals have a gritty, Western aesthetic, with detailed illustrations and expansive backdrops that capture the essence of the Old West. From sun-drenched deserts to dark, mysterious hideouts, the world feels immersive and bursting with life. The controls balance reactiveness with the deliberate precision needed in Western combat, rewarding careful aim and calculated moves. A rousing orchestral soundtrack further sets the mood, with its stirring endearing melodies tapping into the Lone Ranger's heroic spirit. For anyone who's ever dreamed of riding across the frontier, guns blazing, the Lone Ranger offers a dose of traditional, high-stakes action in a memorable Western setting. It is a definitive tribute to the genre, blending engaging combat with the timeless charm of classic American storytelling. Bucky O'Hare, 1992. Bucky O'Hare, 1992, immediately drew me into a wild intergalactic adventure filled with comic book flair and high-octane platforming. From the moment I started, I was immersed in a colorful universe where every level bristles with creative obstacles and offbeat enemies that kept me on my toes. Guiding Bucky through intricately designed stages, I found that every jump, attack, and dash demanded precise timing and smart use of power-ups, making each challenge a rewarding test of skill. The artwork truly captivates. Rich animated characters and detailed backdrops evoke a sense of playful irreverence that mirrors the spirit of its source material. The control scheme is incredibly adaptive, ensuring that every move feels deliberate and satisfying. And the soundtrack, energetic yet perfectly balanced, punctuates the action, driving the pace without overwhelming the experience. Bucky O'Hare isn't just another platformer, it's an adrenaline-charged ride that perfectly blends humor, challenge, and retro charm. For me, it's a standout title from the early 90s, a nostalgic blast of excitement that continues to capture my imagination with its inventive design and relentless action. Magician, 1990. Magician, 1990 is a masterfully crafted foray into a realm where arcane power and intricate puzzles intertwine to create an immersive adventure. In this title, you step into the robes of a budding sorcerer, tasked with harnessing elemental magic to navigate labyrinthine dungeons and unravel cryptic mysteries that threaten a fantastical world. Each level is a carefully constructed tapestry of enchanted corridors, hidden secrets, and formidable foes that challenge both your reflexes and your wits. The control system is finely tuned, allowing for precise spellcasting and agile maneuvers, ensuring that every incantation and leap feels deliberate and rewarding. Visually, Magician dazzles with its meticulously hand-drawn graphics, evoking an atmosphere of timeless wonder reminiscent of classic fantasy art. A haunting, ethereal score further deepens the immersion, transforming each encounter into a mesmerizing display of magic and might. A testament to early 90s innovation, Magician remains an enduring exemplar of creative game design, a title that continues to captivate those who appreciate a rich blend of narrative depth, challenging gameplay, and the timeless allure of the mystical unknown. MiG-29 Soviet Fighter, 1992. MiG-29 Soviet Fighter, 1992, is a formidable fusion of arcade excitement and simulation precision, offering an immersive dive into the high-stakes realm of Cold War aerial combat. In this title, players are tasked with mastering one of the era's most iconic fighter jets, navigating hostile skies with agility and tactical finesse. Every mission unfolds as a meticulously orchestrated dogfight, where dynamic enemy formation, rapid missile barrages, and split-second decision-making transform each sortie into a pulse-pounding test of piloting prowess. The visual presentation is striking, a blend of detailed character animations and atmospheric backdrops that capture the intensity and grit of aerial warfare. A robust, militaristic soundtrack underscores the relentless action, while a finely tuned control system ensures that every evasive maneuver and rapid-fire burst feels both authentic and satisfying. MiG-29 Soviet Fighter is a nod to early 90s innovation, marrying technical precision with accessible gameplay, and continues to resonate with both veteran enthusiasts and newcomers alike. Mission Impossible, 1990. Mission Impossible, 1990 catapulted me into a world of high-octane espionage where every level was a meticulously crafted gauntlet of stealth puzzles and relentless adversaries. Stepping into the shoes of a skilled secret agent, I found myself navigating intricately designed environments that demanded split-second decisions and precision moves, all while the tension of covert operations kept me on the edge of my seat. The game's visual flair impressed me with atmospheric backdrops and detailed sprites that evoked the pulse of classic spy thrillers. Every corridor and hidden room felt loaded with potential danger, while the suspenseful orchestral score amplified the urgency of each mission. The controls were finely tuned, ensuring that every stealth maneuver, gadget deployment, and explosive encounter was as satisfying as it was immersive. For me, Mission Impossible 1990 wasn't just a game. It was a masterfully executed, action-packed experience that blended narrative depth with interactive challenge, delivering an adrenaline-fueled journey through the shadowy world of espionage. New Ghostbusters 2, 1991. New Ghostbusters 2, 1991 is a lively thrill ride that effortlessly combines the essence of the beloved Ghostbusters franchise with a high-energy action experience. The moment I jumped into the game, I was transported into the world of spectral mayhem, armed with trusty proton packs and ready to capture ghosts in vibrant, pulse-pounding arcade style. Each stage is unique, offering something different, whether it's fighting ghouls in haunting, atmospheric environments or racing against the clock to trap mischievous spirits holding the city hostage. The visuals struck me with their crisp, colorful animations that reflect the trademark charm and humor of the Ghostbusters universe, all while staying true to the game's rapid pace. Each encounter bursts with energy, from slime-covered obstacles to the chaotic swarm of ghostly enemies that fill the screen. The controls are responsive, allowing for the perfect timing needed to throw your proton streams with precision and dodge unexpected attacks. With a catchy, fun soundtrack that amplifies the excitement, New Ghostbusters 2 captures the perfect blend of nostalgia, humor, and action in a way that everyone can enjoy. This game is more than just a revisit to a fantastic franchise. It's an experience that continues to bring its own contagious variety to classic action gaming. It remains a cult favorite in my books, one that keeps spooking and electrifying gamers today. Noah's Ark 1992. Noah's Ark 1992 is a thoughtful puzzle platformer that offers a unique reinterpretation of a timeless narrative. In this title, players assume the role of a diligent guardian whose objective is to corral a diverse array of animals and safely guide them aboard a sprawling vessel. Each level is meticulously designed, blending carefully constructed obstacles with the challenge of managing the distinct behaviors of various creatures. The visual presentation is both vibrant and charming, characterized by detailed, cartoon-inspired graphics and dynamic backdrops that evoke a sense of whimsical grandeur. The control scheme is refined, providing precise movement that rewards careful planning and measured timing. An engaging, lighthearted soundtrack complements the overall design, enhancing the atmospheric journey without overwhelming it. Noah's Ark stands as a notable example of early 90s innovation in the puzzle platformer genre, offering a creative twist on a familiar story. While its approach is modest in scale compared to more bombastic titles of the era, its balanced gameplay and imaginative design continue to resonate with those seeking a thoughtfully crafted experience. Marvelous verdict. While the world obsessed over Mario and Zelda, rightfully so, we were the kids swapping cartridges like secret agents, unearthing treasures like Zoda's Revenge and Kabuki Quantum Fighter. These games didn't need billboards or hype train. They were ours, flawed, frantic, and perfect. Maybe the blockbuster crowd missed them, but we didn't care. We lived in pixelated worlds where gargoyles flew, bees had flamethrowers, and saving the galaxy meant blasting tomatoes. These weren't just games, they were playground legends whispered about at recess and mastered on rainy Saturdays. If these memories spark a smile, hit like and subscribe for more journeys back in time. Also, which of these underrated NES games defined your childhood? Drop it in the comments. Let's swap war stories.